Hello everyone, good evening. It's Ify, your girl in the building. Yeah. If you are in the morning, good morning. If you are in the afternoon, good afternoon. If you are in the evening, good evening. I'm here. I don't want to waste your time, but I have something to say. There's something that bothers me a lot I want to discuss about, and this, let me go by like this, is the unfairness unleashed by relative to little children. I've been a victim of this unfairness, not from one or two. I've gone through a lot of this unfairness from family members, that's relative. And when I remember it, it pains me a lot. It bothers my mind and it makes me feel bitter, makes me feel sad. Why do I say it makes me feel sad? Remembering those things I went through in the house of relative, these are my blood. I feel like crying each time I remember those things. And I just think, how could you, as a person, go to your brother's house or your sister's house in the sense of you want to help them to take care, to ease the load for them, you want to help them to take care of their child, you go there, you take the child. Even before you go to take the child, you would have informed your neighbors and people living near you that you are going to bring a house help, a maid from the village, and you then bring that to your sister's child as the so-called maid. You start maltreating your own sister's child, your own brother's child, your own auntie's child. You start, things that you cannot do with your children, you start using them to do all sorts of things. Some will even go as far, not even some, a lot will even go as far giving these children things to hawk in the street while their own children are back home resting, watching television. Is it supposed to be so? Your sister's child or your brother's child is like your child. Anybody that have a blood link with you, even if the person is your servant self, he doesn't have a blood link with you, there is something like showing love to people, let alone the one that have a blood link with you, your sister's child, for crying out loud. It's like one's child, it's like your child, and you take this child, you treat this child bad. I remember there are a lot of memories like this that I cannot get off my head. One, the dogs around are disturbing, please never mind. There is one memory like this that I can never forget in a hurry in my life, with my auntie. One day I was given cement papers to go and sell in a tray. So I went to the market. I cried all along because I never liked the idea. I cried all along to the market to sell it. Fortunately for me, I sold it on time and I came back home. Being happy that I sold it on time and I came back home, my auntie also gave me another one to go back and sell. All my spirit was like, oh my God, oh my God, again. It was just like that. And I remember a particular one, a lot of experiences, and a particular one, I was living with my father's sister's, that's my aunt's daughter, my father's sister's daughter. And I could remember when everything was over and I came back to my mom's house after my father's death. And one day I said, Mom, it was June. I said, Mom, next month is my birthday on the 21st of, on the 22nd of July. My mom said, who told you you are born on the 2nd of July? It can never be. Okay, I said, Mom, I celebrate my birthday on the 22nd because my my auntie's daughter's child is on the 21st and I'm on the 22nd. She senior me with 1 day. My mom said, no, 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 that's not your birthday. I'm going to bring your birth certificate. So she went to Akron Bus to get my birth certificate. Behold, lo, it was written, Augustina Ifeanyi Achusim, born on the 21st June 1982. And I was like, God, why would my auntie do such to me? And in my mind, I just think, and I wonder why did she do such a thing to me? And my mind quickly run back. I said, oh, like she told probably she told me that because when you are the smallest in like some culture in Africa, you are the one to do a lot of things, like e.g. when we eat in the house, in their house, I will be the one to bring water to wash hand. Like eating swallow food, our African food, I will be the one to bring water to wash hand. And when the food is over, when we finish eating, I will be the one to remove the water also. And when meat is being shared, I'm the last person to take. So I then not even only that, a lot of things, like when clothes are being sold, there's so new one and the old ones are being given to me. And when even I needed a uniform, my clothes was torn, I'm living with you, I do chores, yes, you give me food, it's normal because I'm living with you, I do chores. When my clothes was torn, my school uniform was torn, she has to go to my father to collect money to buy me uniform. Abba, up to that extent. No, she cannot even afford uniform money for me. If I should think such a person hates me, you tell me she loves me? This is a relative of mine. And I wonder, even if I should take my cousin, my niece, my nephew, my long cousin, I wouldn't have the courage to treat them the way I've been treated in a lot of places I've lived. This her relative house. I remember in on another occasion in a relative house, I was beaten with a log of wood. We call it this firewood. A lot of you Africans will know tamarind wood. They are always shiny and very strong. I was beaten by this stick. I slept outside without my mom's knowledge, maybe because of one mistake or the other. I was beaten by wood. I will be sent outside. I will sleep outside till morning. I do all sort of chores, go to private government school while children go to private school. You know, go to do a lot of chores, go to the shop, stay in the shop, go to sell puff puff and snacks. You know, why children are doing lesson, I'm going to sell puff puff. And then you tell me if I think such a person hates me, that I don't think well. Sometimes I wonder, e.g. as an example, my sister's daughter died in Nigeria. May her soul rest in peace. Nobody told me. I was pregnant for my son then. Nobody told me, because if they tell me this is a child I carry like my child, when I was in Nigeria, I lost her. I know her. She's my child, not even like my child. When this girl died of motor accident, nobody told me. They were afraid I'm going to have a miscarriage, because even when I knew after I gave birth, it was very hard for me to cope with that this child is no more. So I just want to beg. If you know you go and take your brother's child or your sister's child or your cousin or your nephew to maltreat them as if they are nothing, to treat them bad and use them for your selfish interest, you better leave those children for their parents. Let them eat grass with their parents. Don't unleash your wickedness on someone else's child. What you cannot do to your child, you do it to someone else's child. It's not a good thing. I think some people, maybe they have gotten such an experience when they were a child, so now they decide to leash out their own portion on other children. Don't forget that anything we do at the end we face God's judgment. Will you tell God, because people did this to me, now it's my turn to do it to other people? God will say, okay, it's now your turn again to go to hellfire and suffer for the punishment. But let's be human. When I remember this thing and things I've gone through in the house of relative, up to the extent that there was a time when I finished living in one side and I wanted to go. Things were so bad. I wanted to leave. My clothes were burnt. And they said, okay, I did not come here with anything, so I'm living with nothing. Imagine, but I live in your house, I do chores and everything. Then I'm living with no even one clothes. You have to burn all my clothes. I remember those things, but I forgive, because to err is human and to forgive is divine. I forgive, but those memories are things I can never forget in a hurry in my life. So when I think about this, I feel so sad and sorry. I feel so sad because I know that a lot of children will be going through such a situation also in today. Please try to help me to share this video. If you can edit. I don't care how it gets to people's hand. If you want to edit it on your own way and paste on your vlog or anything, what my concern is that it should get out to the ear of a lot of people. So even some people, maybe they are doing it without being conscious that they are doing such a thing. I would love it to get to people's ear, so this word will be here, because I'm not hearing anybody talking about it or anybody I've ever said about it. It's something that bothers me a lot, and I said I'm going to talk about it today. So I've said it and I'm free and I'm happy I said it. At least I will be saving a lot of children from this agony. Thank you so much. I thank you for giving me and listening here and staying all along. Thank you. I really love you all. Have a nice day.